Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, we are out to find the real truth once again. But before we start, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you're notified every single time we have a new video. So we have so many of our followers ask us every single day how we met online, which dating sites we use. And we could share all that with you. However, it's not going to help you because how you approach your dating online is really personal and everybody is different. One person may find somebody on one dating website and another may find their perfect somebody on a different dating website. And it doesn't really matter which site you use. What does matter is that you understand the actual reason for that actual online dating site's existence. And that's why today we're going to do our first ever Filipino Cupid review. They're the biggest one out there, so we're gonna start there. But if you want us to do more in-depth, behind-the-scenes reviews of websites like Filipino Cupid and all the other ones out there, please leave a comment below. Let us know which dating sites you want us to look into, and we will do that for you. Now, what makes us qualified to give a review of Filipino Cupid? One, we are unbiased. Nobody's paying us to do this. Two, I've been studying online dating for the past 2 years in an effort to help all our followers in what we are doing here. And I have discovered quite a lot, if you can imagine. But we are not here to bash any dating sites. What we are here to do is expose some truths that most people may not know about or even really care about. But they actually make a very, very big impact on your success in using these platforms. Let us explain. Most online dating site reviews, they talk about the features. They talk about, winks and likes and all that stuff out there, right? They talk about swiping left, swiping right, what's cool about it, what's not cool about it, and that's pretty much it. What we're here to talk about today to start is we're going to really start at ground zero. And that is the Filipino Cupid business model. And to help you understand this a little bit more, I'm going to give you something that you can very easily reference because everybody knows what a bar is, right? Everybody knows the place where you go after work to have a beer, to have a glass of wine, to meet people, right? So let me tell you a little story of when I was in college, in business school. I had a professor. He owned a bar when he was in his mid-20s, and he was a very successful bar owner. Now you may think, what makes a bar successful? Probably selling beer, selling drinks, selling wine, right? Selling bar food. No, that's not what makes a bar successful. What he had taught us is what makes his bar successful was he was in business to facilitate hookups between young men and young women. Now, where am I going with this? Hold tight, stay with me. It'll all make sense in just a few minutes. So I asked him, if you're in the business to facilitate hookups, how do you make money? First off, he would tell me, we would run promotions all the time. We would let ladies in for free, have ladies' nights where they would get one or two free drinks and they would pay no cover charge whatsoever, so they get to go in the doors for free. But they would also have these contests that all the women would always want to get involved in, like beauty contests. They would do dancing contests. They would do singing contests. All things that women would want to get involved in to get as many women in the door as possible. Why would they do that? Because the more women that came, the more men would follow into the bar. And those men would then pay a cover charge and then would also have to buy their own drinks. But then once the women spent their 2 free drinks, the men would then buy those women drinks. And what is the goal of those men? Very simple, get women drunk and take them home and get a hookup. That's how the bar makes money. Now, women on Filipino Cupid certainly aren't getting drunk. This is what we found. Honey, do you want to read that, please?
Okay. Filipino Cupid review, the easiest way to have sex with Filipinas.
Unlike most dating sites, women significantly outnumber men on Filipino Cupid, meaning the odds are ridiculously in your favor. There are also hundreds of thousands of women on the site, with more being added on a daily basis as Filipinos turn 18 and seek to slake their first white man. Any given time, there will be thousands of women online showing that they are serious about finding love or just hooking up. Pay no attention to the hordes of girls saying no players and tired of having my heart broken, because you'll have them naked within at least 2 or 3 dates. And what we are not going to say is that you can't find somebody on Filipino Cupid. You certainly can find love on Filipino Cupid. We have personal friends of ours that have found somebody on Filipino Cupid.
Yep.
However, you have to look at it from this perspective, based on the actual business model of Filipino Cupid. If you are a Western man that is joining this dating website and solely seeking a life partner, this is what you're gonna be up against. What you're gonna have to do is this. It's like going into that really annoying bar with tons of drunken slobs, drunken people that are all over the place that are up to no good. They're getting in fights, they're ripping people off, they're just looking for women to hook up with. You're gonna have to kind of work your way through those people, right? Kind of look around, try to find the right girls, because there's gonna be a lot of girls in there that are just looking to play around too, right? And then you see one way over on the other side of the bar, right? See her over there, right? Okay. And I'm like, hey, I think she looks like a really good girl, you know? So I'm gonna fight my way over there. So you're like, you know, trying to like fight through the crowd, okay? Just to get over to that girl. And then what happens? Before you get there, the poor girl that has a good heart gets misled by one of those jerks, one of those guys that just wants to hook up. She spends 6 months talking to this guy. He goes to the Philippines to meet her and 10 other women that he's met on Filipino Cupid to hook up with, and it ends there. And then there's this poor Western guy sitting there. I can't find a good woman. And he sits on Filipino Cupid for a year, maybe 2 years, until he finds the right one. Now, if you're a Filipino woman, this is what you're up against. So here you are in that bar with 2.5 million women, okay? You're trying to get to the front of the door, right? Oh my God, I can't get there, I can't get there, I can't get there, I can't get there. Meaning you're like way, way, way in the back, in the snooze zone of the dating website where nobody sees you. No man's land, right? Because one, you're not paying to boost your post, and you're not paying for a membership, so you're gonna get shoved way in the back. So it's gonna be really hard for you to meet somebody back there. And because all the ultra sexy women are doing things like this, where they will join and do bikini contests that they don't know that they're doing. And because they're wearing their bikinis, they get front page. You're gonna go up against all the really ultra sexy women out there, because most men, I'm sorry to say this, most men will look at looks first. Now, I do believe there are a lot more Filipino women on this site that are looking for the real deal. They're looking for a man to fall in love with, to have, you know, mixed white Filipino babies, because that's what everybody wants. And, right?
You're right.
Okay.
Some people.
Hey, I asked a lot of women, and I asked them, why do you want to move to America? Why do you want an American man? Because I want a cute baby with half-blood white and half-blood Filipino.
With blue eyes.
With a nose.
With nose.
Mm-hmm.
So they can be Miss Universe.
Yeah, so they can be Miss Universe. That's the goal. So if you really want to know the real reason why Filipino women want to marry foreign men, it's because they want to have a possibility of their daughter being Miss Universe.
No, that's just a funny thing about it.
It's the real thing. It really happens. All right, let's do a quick recap and we will end this video.
All right.
You have the bar, you have Filipino Cupid. Very similar business models. Let me explain. Again, both business models, the bar and Filipino Cupid, invite women for free to join in masses. So what that does is it invites a lot of bad people with some good people in the mix as well. They also do things to get women to dress sexy and to promote their sexiness. Hence, have you ever seen Filipino Cupid's headline on their website? It doesn't say meet the love of your life, it says meet your Filipino beauty, right? Then the men, both the bar and the Filipino Cupid, rush in. they have to pay their cover fee if they want to talk to women. So they pay their membership fee at Filipino Cupid. And then most of the ultra sexy, attractive women that are eye candy will actually send those winks to those men that are paying to talk to them. And the men are going to get hooked. So unless you are ultra attractive and sexy, the odds are against you in a site like Filipino Cupid. I'm not saying you cannot find a man, but you definitely have to take a very different approach, because we've known too many women that we've spoken with that have been members of Filipino Cupid for a long time, off and on, that have never had any success. And that's why. And we would love to do more in-depth reviews on how to successfully use the Filipino Cupid platform so that you can be more successful. If you're interested in seeing that, and if you're interested in us making more videos to show you how to be more successful on that site so that you can find the right person, leave a comment, let us know what is most important to you, and we will certainly include that in our videos. So until our next video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and as always, keep it real.